Hi, today is January 30th, 2012, Monday, 11:16 p.m. This is going to be a personal chat. I spent most of the day, well, other than shipping out the 2 copies of Skyrim. Cheers, by the way. I will be drinking Pinot Grigio. I spent most of the day just walking around kind of in circles in my home and just unraveling these ideas. Just thinking about a lot of different things. They just come and go. It's just like, it's partially like racing thoughts, but just a lot of different things have been happening. So I've been so exhausted. One of the interesting things that came to my mind is there are a lot of video games out there that that are really bad for people to play. Like there's a lot of these. They seem to be coming from the Asian market. Um, they're pretty much in these games. They're like mostly MMOs. I read about this. So I'm gonna go with what I read. You have people who play and they spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars to play these games because they design these games in a way where if anyone's ever played an MMO, for instance, you get an item and you can put like gems on it, or you can enchant it, or even in Skyrim, as you get better items, you upgrade them. But in these games, in order for you to upgrade your item, you have to gamble, and you take a chance by spending real money. And at some point, in order to get the best item, you're gambling with percentages. So in order to take the item from level 8 to level 9, you have to buy an item, and maybe that might cost you $1 or $2. And there's a chance of failure. So when you fail upgrading your item from level 8 to level 9, it all goes back to level 1. Or you can pay to have another item that prevents that from happening, so it goes back to level 8, or the whole item gets destroyed. And that should be unlawful. There should be a law against those types of games because they exploit the mentality of the person to be this. It's really I can the people who I think it's a moral question though, because if it's somebody else's money, like, oh, it's your money. Who are you to tell me how I'm going to spend my money? I don't. Let's see. That's where it comes in. I mean, do you? But then again, when I go in a car, I have a seatbelt that I put on because the government told the car company, like, hey, you have to build a seatbelt for me, so when I drive and get into a car accident, I'm not gonna fly out through the windshield. I don't know. Anyway, so they have that done, and even in my state, in the United States, I have to, by law, wear a seatbelt. In some places there's no law for that yet, but there's a law for that. So when I get into a car accident, my body, when it flies out of the car, does not cause another accident. So, and that's okay. That's not like, oh, the government is telling us what to do. So that's where it comes in. It's tricky because you have two sides, two different people on two different sides of the fence. Some people should say that the people should make the choice upon what's right or wrong. Let them decide for themselves. But then you have this other side of people who say, there's certain things that we as people are too stupid, so we need somebody to tell us, like, we can't do this. For instance, smoking. In my state, you need to be 19 years old to purchase this. Because when you're 16, 17, 15, 14, 13, you don't really understand what this is. You only understand what this is when you get older. I don't, 18, 19, that's not enough. I think it should be even 25. But for the most part, I remember buying this from stores where I shouldn't have bought it, but they let me buy it because whatever. And that's how it is, I think. or somebody has an older person and buys cigarettes for them. Well, I personally think those video games should have some kind of regulation or just a complete ban. They're just so bad. The reason I say I've played games like that, and I saw that from a free player perspective. I saw where I was capped, and it was like I saw how much money, like in my mind predicting how much money it would actually take for me to get up there. There's no possible way to, when you're playing the game, to rise up. It becomes like almost virtually impossible, because it's a free-to-play game on a free-to-play model, but as a cash shop where they try to scheme you. It's something like that. I think should have some kind of regulation. I'm going to do something very special. I'm going to try to do it. I mean, I'm going to do it, but I want it to be really special. I'll share you what I'm thinking. Maybe somebody can give me like a suggestion, maybe something else. Well, I'm going to be contacting Bethesda Studios again, and I've created like a list of requests that I want from them, like some things I would want from them, because I don't know, I played their game and I promoted their game by playing it, but I took their game and I added something to it and I made it into a playthrough. I feel like I would have I don't know, I just feel like it seems like a good idea for me to request something from them. Even though it might sound really stupid, but it just seems like a really right idea to do. At least to try. But because what happened is I'm losing my monetizations on some of the Skyrim videos, and I'm not like it's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Like I would have just made a few dollars off that. But I got my first check from Google. Just some little advertisements, and it was last month. I made $134.30. It's really cool. From Google. So, but I think most of it was coming from the Skyrim playthrough, because people were enjoying to watch that. But I need their formal permission to continue it, and I brainstormed into better ideas. Basically, I'll read them to you. 1. As I have an ongoing Skyrim Kahit playthrough, I'm also able to monetize certain videos on my channel. The current US copyright law when it comes to fair use is a bit ambiguous. My Skyrim playthrough is a transformative piece of art in which I, the player, is playing the game but providing in-depth commentary of the game on top of sharing my wisdom, my life's experience, and my ability to problem solve, on top of it having it somewhat entertaining to watch. I have begun to hit a certain threshold that I see YouTube has set up, in which case videos that are monetized are then physically screened by a person. It has come to my understanding that my argument for a fair use claim is not sufficient enough for YouTube, Google to warrant me right to monetize. I seek formal permission from the company. I understand that an organization like Machinima allows YouTube channels to go under its legal umbrella to monetize video game commentaries. I'm a stubborn person. The reason being is I want direct contact with them. I don't want it to be outsourced. I want to have a direct contact with this game company, and I, would have and I would want to have some sort of an impact on their decision making somehow. Just my opinion on something. This way, I think it's a good idea. I don't know. So 2, I believe in competition. It is very important in a society as ours. I would like to acquire rights to give permission to other YouTube channels that I will personally screen to the best of my ability, to give them the right, spell it wrong, to monetize their videos of all your products on your behalf. So that one's very important because I not only want to get this formal permission from them for myself, but I also want to share it. 3. I would like to have a sit-down interview, if possible, with everyone that was involved in making the game Skyrim possible, about their lives, their challenges, how they got themselves in the company, or advice for younger people who are attempting to get themselves educated in their respective field of work, or people struggling to find jobs in their respective field. Not all at once, but one by one if possible. 4. I want a male Kahit costume. I plan to wear it in New York City and Moscow to have fun with it, roleplay a bit, put a smile on people's faces, bring some joy and attempt to record it to share with people who are not denizens of the cities or not at the right place at the right time, so to speak. 5. I want commercial rights sanctioned to create a Skyrim toy from plastic metal into first silver, and if I manage to sell it, I want to then take the risk of making one from 18 or 24 karat gold. Gold is very expensive, so I would try to it first with silver. I'm not sure what kind of relics or toys are available. I understand some of the limited edition game boxes came with Metal Dragon. So I guess something like that would be needed for me to then get a model done and then have it crafted. 6. To celebrate the winter season of 2011 and 12, I hosted a contest in which I purchased 6 copies of Skyrim to give away to some people in the world that cannot afford the game. I would like a few more copies donated to me so I can possibly do another contest. 7. I seek sponsorship from the company. I can set up a non-profit organization and you can get your tax deduction. I need a new PC hardware, I need a new camera, I need money for marketing, I need money for miscellaneous daily expenses. 8. I request copies of your games to do first impression reviews. Maybe I can make a little bit of money from that. You get your PR and marketing. I don't know. Is that crazy? And it snowballed from just I wanted, like, I wasn't able to breach contact with them. I sent them a few emails and I tried to attempt to communicate through the game message boards, but I got the reply from a community manager that they don't formally give permission to monetize YouTube videos. So from that, all of this came. And then I wrote some really, I don't know, but I do foresee what would happen if they would agree to some of these. But in a way I would need to be like, hey guys, play Skyrim, play Skyrim, or play this game. And that's, if that's a condition like that, then no, I won't be able to do it. But the thing I can promise them is, well, what did they get? Well, and this is the tricky part, because what do they actually get besides legal risk, a liability of some kind? Well, they would get some PR, some type of unique marketing, but the only thing that I would actually want to offer them is well, I'll read it to you what I wrote. You can dismiss this and be remembered as a company that said no to someone who wants to make a better world for everyone, and you will be written in history like so. In 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, all current employees, employers of the company will be deceased. What is done today will be remembered in history. You can be part of what I'm doing, and the last breath you take, you can tell yourself you did everything you could have done to make this world a better place for future generations. That's what I offer them. Really. Because if they say no, then it's not the end. You know? It's just... It would be nice, though. It would be extremely nice. But there is some truth, though. I mean, if you really want to think about it. I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky thing that I'm trying to do with this. It's very, very, very tricky. It's actually really fearful too. It's just... it's a bit crazy. But I'm not afraid to try it. I mean, I feel the fear. What do I have to lose? Just a little bit of blood and a little bit of energy. And then this is what I wrote after that. I can never be a US president because I was not born in on US soil. I can and will run for other positions, and I will be part of legislation that will impose stricter regulations for the video game industry. Right now I'm too young. I need to learn more. It bothers me that some aspects of video gaming contribute to the degeneration of our people, of the world. And then I end it with, success or death is my personal philosophy. Best wishes. I mean, before this I wrote a little introduction to it, but and I don't want to spoil what, because there will be a video of this. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but I'll share that. I also had a genius idea while I was in the bathroom. I think this is a $1 trillion idea for anybody willing to try it somehow. Everybody who's probably on a computer right now, right? And let's say you're on Windows. At the bottom left, you have the Windows logo. It's cool, Windows. Start button. Or if you're on an Apple, you have somewhere like a piece of an apple. Now let's say a corporation like that, Microsoft, Apple, Google, if they were to change their name to say something like love, would it work? Will people say, what is this? Is this stupid? And then they will lose business. Is that something, you know, like I'm just on a grand scale, I was just, you know, what if they suddenly changed it to some sort of a word, a simple word, whether it be, well, let's just say love. Love, I think, love is a very powerful word. It's, I love you, you love me. Love is a very, I think everybody could agree that everybody knows something of love. Either they have somebody who loves them, or they've loved somebody, or family, friends, you love this video game, you loved this movie, just you love this book, you love this song, you anything really. So my idea was, what would happen if instead of the Windows logo or the Apple logo or the Google logo, it just said love? Would that create an overall positive feeling on a grand scale with people who would see it? You know, I'm looking at the start button. If it said love there, and I'm sitting here and I look at it and it says love, would that make me feel better? You know, not all the time, but maybe. Or see, that's or is it bad business? Like what people say, you know, what is this that Microsoft you're doing? We're gonna stop investing in you. No one's gonna. We're not gonna buy your product anymore. Return the Windows logo back. We don't want this stupid. What is this love? Why did you write love here? You're stupid. You know, like people have gotten used to seeing your Windows logo. Now they're gonna have to get used to seeing this love word. Is that, you know, like that? What would happen? I think it'd be a positive thing. I mean, it's not like people are forgetting what Windows does or what Apple does. I mean, or Google. They're always going up. I don't know. Or just any product for that matter, as long as it's a good product. Like, for instance, instead of this being Coca-Cola, I just said, I don't know, be nice. Something simple. Or Love Life. That would be the name of the company that sells this soda drink. But it wouldn't make sense because this is terrible. This is a terrible product. Not like morally, ethically. Like there's no. This is just. I mean, this product exploits people's weakness. My weakness for soda, which is extremely harmful to the human body. Or would people not generally not? Yeah, I don't know. It's a mixed. Anything could happen really. It could work, it could not work, or it could be 50-50, or there will be no change. I was gonna get some help on my next project, or maybe from my ex-girlfriend. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I'm not sure if she's even gonna help me. Little by little, I feel like my computer is turning into like this amazing tool. Like more and more, I really appreciate it and see it for this tool where I could accomplish so much. I can open up my Internet Explorer and I can type in CNN.com and I can learn about the news. I can go to Wikipedia and read something. I can go on Facebook and see something interesting that somebody else is doing. Maybe something positive or something negative, but it's life. I mean, that's what you go on Facebook and you see what other people are doing. It's very interesting. Maybe they post a photo or they write something. I have a lot of video data that I need to work on and I need to upload. I almost capped out on my even this. I'm looking here. I mean, this is a mess. I mean, you have an ashtray here, you have an empty cup, you have a dust spray, you have an empty cup of coffee, the wine bottle, some receipts, some used up batteries, a wine glass, a slice of pizza. I was eating the pizza. I put it on top of this box where there's business cards, some more receipts, some mail I haven't opened, speaker. There's 2 empty packs of prominent lights. But back here is a computer that used to be my old computer that I'm thinking about maybe I would just need to get a hard drive, really, and another monitor, and maybe set up some sort of another keyboard mouse and set up some sort of a workstation where I can have 2 computers at least here to do some of the renderings, which takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. At the same time, looking at the tower of this computer, the one that I'm using right now, what do I see? I see mail that I haven't opened up, some business cards, mine, and some other people's, some rolling paper, my JVC Vario camera that I took today, and I did what did I do? I shipped out some Skyrim copies. I'm so overwhelmed, to be honest. But I think it's a good thing, though. I think it's a very, very, very good thing. So it doesn't bother me. It just slows me down a little bit, but maybe sometimes that's a good thing, though, to be slow and to take your time with things, not rush into things. Once in a while, I think that's a good idea, to really. But at the same time, sometimes you have to fly as a bullet. You think you have to just and get it done. But there is a fine line between the two, and you can get, I don't know, you can get maybe stuck in one of them. You have to, well, at least for me, the way I see it, I need to, from time to time, go back and forth between the 2 different, I guess, schools of thought, or just let it naturally occur, which I don't think I really even control it. I think it just, I slow down, I kind of recover a little recover, and then that's what I'm hoping on, because I think I really slowed down on a lot of different things, because it's just, because more things just get added on. It's okay, you just get more and more ideas. That's why I think it'd be very interesting if Bethesda Studios or ZeniMax Media would be able to sponsor me, because then it would alleviate some of my some of my worries, I guess. At the same time, really just, I don't know. And at the same time, it really helped a lot of people, I think. Because I think a lot of people, Well, it's a popular thing to do on YouTube to just upload and work on playing a video game and doing some sort of a commentary or a playthrough or just anything really. And it's very important to attain the commercial rights for video game from video game companies. I think see it's a tricky thing. There's no for that particular thing. There's no guidelines. Like if you want to open up a restaurant, well, you have some guidelines. You need to get yourself a building. You need to get yourself chefs. Everything is there's almost like a book on what all the things you need to do. Get a permit from the town. Get a food license. Maybe you want to serve alcohol. You need to get an alcohol license. Like it's all figured out there. But if you want to do something with video games, which is a new phenomenon, it's ultimately just entertainment. It just holds a lot of entertainment value. You watch somebody playing a video game, or you're watching some sort of a competitive game match, and someone is giving you casting, much like if you were to turn on basketball or soccer or football, and you have people like talking da da da, versus they're letting you know what's happening. Well, it's there. Is it good or bad? I don't know. Is basketball good? I mean, some of these athletes, like basketball players, soccer players, football players, later in their life, they have a lot of physical problems from playing that sport, either injuries or just a lot of problems. Like for instance, boxing, you get punched in the head very often, so your brain gets hit a lot. And once your brain is one of your most important organs in the human body. If you damage that, but at the same time, it's some sort of a human, again, phenomenon. Like the fastest runner in the world, the greatest basketball player, the greatest football player, the greatest soccer player, the greatest hockey player, the greatest tennis player. It's just like this amazing. I don't know. It's just part of humanity. It's just part of it. So. And I worry about sometimes though too. Yes, if I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, with what I'm trying to do, I don't think it's I don't think it's a bad idea, but maybe, I think it's a great idea, but it's just one of my doubts is, it's just there's just I already see, but I can already foretell the amount of sacrifice that this will require. And I'm not doubting my ability to persevere through all of it, but I'm doubting my it's not that I'm even doubting. It's just this fear of I guess, I don't know. It's how I feel. Of giving parts of my life away. This is the intro that I wrote to the same letter. Take a deep breath, relax, imagine a happy place, a place with no problems, a place with no evil. My name is Oleg Kirkain, and I want a united world. A few months ago, an old friend lent me his computer so I can play high-quality games, as my computer was not set up to the challenge. With the ever-evolving requirement for more higher-end performance GPUs and the necessary hardware that is required to operate them. Among many video games, I should make a sentence here. Among many video games, I bumped into a game called Skyrim. Knowing that I had a YouTube account that was grandfathered into no limit on video length uploads, I decided to begin to work on my channel. Prior to that, I never really spent too heavily into marketing, let alone promoting my channel to the best of my ability. Maybe I lacked the knowledge or the wisdom that I see now before me, or maybe I lacked the funds necessary to run Google AdWords campaigns. I'm not sure what was then or before. I'm only sure now, today, this late evening on January 13th of the year 2012. I sit here on my computer desk that I had longer than I can remember when I first got it. Scattered pieces of papers with notes, cigarette ashes scattered everywhere, an empty beer bottle, a can of compressed air, my old small shuttle PC taken apart in pieces, a broken cheap speaker set, nail clippers, Russian branded sunflower seeds, pens, crumpled pack of Parliament Lights hundreds, an open pack of Parliament Lights hundreds, a little ceramic blue / white bunny that my mother got for me a few months or even a year ago as a gift of love. 2 Duracell AA batteries, probably with no charge, some random business cards, my own business cards, some other miscellaneous garbage or junk. To my right is my trusty friend Charlie. He is a black cat. I hope you're not superstitious. He is an old friend, I would say 13, going on 14 years. Time flies, and each passing moment, each breath I take, it speeds up faster. When I acquired 250 subscribers with my blood, time, and money, I decided to honor my viewers, my audience, with a gift. I wanted to show them, even though not everyone was interested in Skyrim, the company who manufactured, developed, created, designed, marketed, funded, and financed, and wrote the game. I attempted to go for a long drive from practically New York City to your building in Maryland to see if I could film some aspects of your company that I wanted to share to the world. I wanted to bring to them what most would never see for themselves. I wanted my eyes, my words, my thoughts to be an experience for them as if they would have gone themselves. When I ventured into your building, and as I failed to make proper impression with your receptionist, I realized, or so I thought, it was all about money. Sad face. I'm getting closer to my 500 subscriber mark today. I think it is sitting at 422, 423, and I plan for this to be another gift of appreciation to my viewers, my audience, for some who have taken an extra step to become friends with me and assist me with building my YouTube channel, which is the future. Not my channel, but internet in general. TV is dying, sad face. Paper publishings are dying, sad face. Evolution of capitalism and socialism, as I like to call it. It is funny, some of the things that I share with my viewers, people make millions from by selling books, having conventions filled with an audience and one speaker, sharing secrets of success, happiness, and wealth, DVDs, etc. A joke is that my viewers, audience, get it for free. To each his own, eh? In quotation marks. I'm a humble person. I do not ask for a lot in life. I want to give more than I take. Someone has to do that. And then, if you read this far, I have a few requests that I would like to be met from the company that made Skyrim. It's tough. I don't know if this is... I'm not though relying on this. And the video that I plan to do is not even going to be about that. It's funny, but those are just some of my thoughts and ideas that are going to come in a few days. I think I'm going to upload, or I'm going to start to upload a few. I already have a few parts of the Canada trip, but I think it's great, and I have such positive thoughts about it, but it's just so overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. I think I just need to keep doing this. Whatever it is, because it's something, and something's better than nothing. I don't know. That's fine. It's life.